Calm your breathing. Slower, slower, slower. If you don't, it might hear you. The world is wrapped in absolute silence, to where you could probably hear a butterfly's wing flapping. Leaning back against the cold wall of the closet, you open your eyes. You peek through the slim crack in the closet out into the darkened night. As your eyes readjust, you see the black ooze it left behind as it rushed across the hallway. You shudder at the memory. At least you couldn't see its face. It was too tall for that. All you could see was its long, blood-stained claws dragging along the floor, its pale white body as skinny as a stick, obviously from a lack of food. Although it won't be hungry once it gets to your parents. Don't think about them now, though. It will start making noise. Close your eyes and listen again. This time you hear a moan, faint but still there. It gets louder and louder as you lean back against the wall and hide behind a brown coat. Fear fills your heart as it ever gets closer. Louder, louder, louder. Then it stops. You let a sigh of relief out, too quiet, you believe, for anyone to hear. Closing your eyes again, you rest your head against the freezing wall, feeling a small amount of hope that you will survive, until you hear a crack of a coat hanger. Your eyes should open as you stare into the face with the thing. Black pus oozes out of its black holes and its white face twisted into a horrific smile. Then it all goes black. Welcome everyone to the Random Rambling Rails podcast, special Day of the Dead edition.
Hello.
This time we have James, your first narrator of the day.
Cat.
And Faye.
We have, let's say this is something special planned out. Today's theme is obviously death and other spooky stuff. As you had realized by now, we will start with a small creepypasta. Then throughout the middle, more or less, we'll have another one read by Fer, and I will finish this off with another story. The rest of the podcast obviously will kind of follow the same theme, and we will do different stuff throughout. So, to start with, I do believe Fer was asking a question earlier, which was...
Oh, what would it be like the perfect murder? Like the perfect crime?
The perfect way to make someone disappear, shall we say. I've been taking classes, legal medicine classes, which kind of give you an insight on how they find out what was the cause of death. So, obviously, because we are functional parts of society, we started to think what it would be like and how to get away with murder. Hey. Here's the thing. Sometimes it's not about just killing someone, but making sure that they are not found until it's too late. So, let's start with something simple. The murder.
I feel like this is going to end up being like tips to kill someone you hate.
Look, whatever you choose to do with this information, I am not making myself responsible with this, okay? So here's the thing. The easiest way to get someone to die without having any repercussions is something as simple as just getting a syringe, filling it with alcohol, and just injecting it directly into the bloodstream of the victim. Simply enough, because when someone makes the autopsy, whatever they will see is the alcohol in the blood, in the system, and they will say, oh, this person just drank too much, and just scratch it up to either a knowing suicide or an accident, as it happens. That is one way to get rid of it. There are many others, and there's one particular one, which is poison. There are many flowers that are like almost undetectable, and I need to to see the name of this one because I
You
haven't found it.
actually investigated.
No, I have a. I
There is
saw
a
it in class.
presentation.
There's the presentation in your computer.
Okay, so my class has different PowerPoint presentations, and some of them I've actually,
Quite informative.
yeah. The one I'm in right now, it's supposed to have like the flower I'm looking for. Let's just say that it's an opium of a sort.
So
Alright, it's probably best if I don't give out like the actual name of the thing.
But it's an opiate.
Yeah, basically there's different poisons. So, okay, you kill someone. Now, depending on the way you did it, like whether it was gun or whatever it was, you need to find a way to get rid of the body, right?
Yes.
Right.
The thing is, when people get rid of the bodies, especially in like TV shows or in real life, that's when people find out what happened to that person. The easiest way to get rid of the evidence, as I've come to find out, is, well, that's also if you did like a very obvious job out of killing them. You take them somewhere far from where you live and from that person lived, like at least 2 hours away, to some place that is both hot and open, like open area with no houses around, like a small desert, shall we say. And you hide them under a lot of branches and a lot of other stuff, but don't bury them. Just let them be outside, and this is for 2 reasons.
What? Why wouldn't you bury someone? Like it's like instinct.
Because
No.
they
Here's
decompose slower.
first, they decompose faster if they're outside,
Mm-hmm.
because there's more access to things like flies, maggots, and larvae. A lot of stuff that's outside that it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
If they are buried, and also because there's dogs that can and will take parts of the victim away to eat. Wolves, bears, foxes, all kinds of stuff
Anything
like that.
Especially here.
Especially
Yeah.
where we are. So with that, it's a lot harder for people to find like the reason behind the murder. And alright, so the reason why it's also better if you leave them outside is because if they're outside, it takes them 5 months, between 5 months, more or less, to decompose all the way to the bones. Meanwhile, if they're under, like if you bury them, it can take up to 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so if you leave them up, it's a lot faster for them to decompose and it'll be more effective. So hey, there you go. If you want to kill someone, use alcohol, and then just drop them off somewhere far, far away without no one seeing you.
Damn.
And let it be known, we do not condone murder, and we are
are not
in no way
encouraging.
responsible for anything you do.
We're just medicine students.
Well,
two
two
of
of
us.
us.
I'm gonna go into engineering.
Look, we get to see enough death as it is.
Oh yeah.
And I enjoy it very much, but hey, I got into medicine for a reason. So that's the first thing for today. Now you know a little bit more about how to kill and get away with murder.
This is even better than the TV show.
It's absolutely better than the TV show. The TV show teaches you nothing.
It's
Pretty good. It's pretty good though. I like it.
I have only watched like the first 3 chapters and I like it.
It is pretty good. So, what were we talking about downstairs?
We were talking about what were we talking about? What were we talking about?
That you were saying.
Oh yeah, it was about 1,000 Ways to Die, the TV show. I told these two about the episode in which 2 goths were kissing each other on cars, on separate cars, and their tongue piercings got on one another's, and suddenly a forklift, and off with their heads.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah, and that because of the piercing part, I remember a chapter of
Grey's Anatomy.
You see, a lot of learning here.
Yes.
There you go.
It's a very educational. It is a very educational episode. What you choose to do or not do with it.
There was this chapter where a guy, an older man, had sex with his wife, but they were divorced, and he had a piercing in his dick. So they had sex, and the piercing got stuck on the wife's clit.
Fun for the whole family.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but they were watching it with your dad, weren't you?
I was watching it with my dad, and my dad he was laughing so hard. He was like, he's also a doctor. So he was like, when I started working in the hospital, I actually saw a case like that.
Yeah, Jesus
Christ. And we all started laughing. But this guy's right here when I was telling this story.
Alright, so she starts that story with just saying like, alright, so I was watching this episode with my dad, and he said my mind immediately went just to like, whoa, that's inappropriate. When I was young, because I thought what she was getting at is like her dad just went, when I was young, something like that happened to me. I was very relieved when she said, no, she just saw a case like that. There's some things you don't want to share with the family.
Yeah, I don't even think my father, maybe he would.
But we don't want to know.
No, I don't even ask him about it.
No, let's
Way too disturbing.
No.
Exactly.
So let's talk about something else, following the theme of death.
Day of the Dead.
How much do you guys know about the Day of the Dead?
A lot.
Way too much.
All right. What do you know?
Well,
let's share.
All right. So origins or
let's start with origins.
All right.
It's actually a mix of
the one right now it's quite a mix. The actual holiday started back during the Aztecs.
Yeah,
because like all ancient cultures, they had many deities for different types of death.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated bit here. The Mayans have a deity for suicidal women.
Yeah.
I pray to her every day. Just take me away.
Yeah, exactly.
Every med student.
Yeah. So,
Alright,
people revere death, and this is also universal. For some reason, every culture believes that the first few days of November and last few of October, the barrier between the worlds of the living and the dead are weak.
Yeah, I've heard about that
one. Common visits.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
I like that tradition.
Too. The first few days are like.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive about death.
Yes, you are.
Well, about my death and people near me.
We all heard that last podcast. We remember. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I actually like that because when someone dies to me, it hurts so much, and it hurts too much.
Yeah.
So I actually setting the altar.
Mm-hmm.
So for the people, because I like the meanings of the things, and it feels, and you actually feel like something special is gonna happen this day. They are actually coming to this.
You know what I like the most about this day is that it's more of a celebration than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really get sad remembering.
Yeah, you're
just like celebrating their life and hoping that they're good in death.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's a nice tradition.
Heard, another one that I like this time. This is something that I read recently. That it relates more to the afterlife more than anything. That is, instead of dealing with ideas of like heaven or hell, it's like the land of the remembered and the land of the forgotten.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot better.
Yeah, quite a lot more.
it's like as long as you're remembered, it's just like you're never truly dead. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah,
I feel
It's like
bad for the
the
bastards.
oblivion
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And so on.
yeah.
It's a nice, comforting thought.
Well,
Yeah, if
when I
you
was-
are remembered.
Hey,
Yeah,
bitch,
it-
I am planning on being remembered.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out with a bang that's gonna be talked about for thousands of years.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be in like
There's
history
actually
books, good or bad, I don't care.
Yeah.
you'll probably end up in the bad part. You'll
Hey,
be
yeah,
the
who
villain of
cares?
history.
Who cares?
As long as
Uh,
I'm in history, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna
so,
be Hitler.
continuing
Fuck you!
on- No.
He's remembered.
Yeah, but for the wrong reasons. Thanks for the segue, by the way.
Let's go.
During my exchange year in Germany,
Germany.
yeah,
Germany.
Germany.
It's like the yarn.
Shut up.
Germany.
We went on a field trip, 3-day field trip to Berlin.
Oh yeah.
And there we went to the Holocaust Memorial that's like a block away from the Reichstag.
Yeah,
And
I know that place.
yeah,
I wanna go.
It's very sad.
it's sad.
I know, but I wanna go.
And
We'll go.
when I
Don't worry.
was there, when we got to go there were, well, at the outskirts of the monument of the memorial, there were some people drinking, laughing, having a good time
Yeah.
at the memorial. And there were some children playing in the memorial because it's like,
Yeah.
it's pillars, square pillars, like
And it's kind of like wavy. The floor is wavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's sunken, and at the very center, the tallest pillar is like 5 meters high, so like 3 meters above you. And I thought it was kind of nice that there were people, including the people remembered there in their lives. And I tried to explain it to the Germans because they have a rather grim outlook on
On the
death.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's not that they're disrespecting the memorial. It's that they are bringing
Joy to them.
joy to the deaf people that are remembered there.
Yeah.
Because the children are laughing there.
They're
you could-
enjoying
Yeah,
this.
they're
Yeah.
enjoying themselves. You could say that they're enjoying themselves with the spirits of the children there.
Yeah.
And the young people that were drinking in the outskirts, you could say they were sharing their evening with the people there.
It's much
Yeah.
better to like enjoy your time
As
with
you
the
were
death.
alive,
Yeah.
With the death.
rather than just be somber and just remembering just their death, because that's what I think that's what people do. It's like when they are like in remembrance and everything, they just remember the part where they are dead now instead of just celebrating what they were when they were alive.
That's why
Yeah.
people get depressed most of the time.
Yeah, I'm sure it hurts a lot losing someone, but if you remember their life and what it was like, I
The
think
great life that you lived.
and the moments that you spent with those people, or if they're people you never knew, but it still makes you sad to think that they're dead now, all the great things that they did.
For
Yeah.
example, Alan Rickman.
For example.
Anton,
Oh,
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
When you told me that he
Young
died,
Psycho.
I cried.
I told her twice, and she cried twice and was surprised twice.
Damn, I broke my bracelet.
Asshole.
You idiot.
So yes, that is the Mexican view on death,
Yeah.
and I think I like it quite more than just a somber reminder that people are no longer with you.
Yeah.
It's actually the best version of it.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
nice.
it in Germany. It was funny because when we were in Spanish class, we got to this subject in Spanish class, like
Mhm.
Mexico.
Mhm. Yeah.
And wait for we got to this part, and it was funny because they thought that we made fun of that.
No, but it's not.
And it's not that. It's just that we see
celebrate
that
it.
We see that in a very different way than
Yeah.
they do.
Then they do.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration at the end. Because,
We-
all right, so here's my logic behind the whole thing. When someone is born, you celebrate that, right? Every year, it's the birthday.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that also you celebrate the death day. And it's just like, okay, you could celebrate. Well, this time they actually do get like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, death of the day is just celebrating that they're somewhere better.
But
Yeah.
it actually is a reason because of the 2 days. The first day is actually to celebrate
The
the
saints.
little kids. No, the little kids. The 1st of November it's the
Yeah.
Oh,
death of
yeah.
the little kids, and the second day is the grown-ups.
Yeah.
And the day of the saints, the All Hallows Eve, sorry, it's October 31st.
Yeah.
That's why it's actually a 3-day holiday.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
we enjoy our holidays. Also, we did not get holidays.
No.
Oh,
We
did
all
not.
had
Monday
we all had
school, Tuesday school, today school. We're recording.
The only
on
difference is
Wednesday,
that today we get to eat pan de muertos. That
which
is
is
bread.
it's sweet bread powdered with sugar. It's quite
The
good.
the literal translation is
Diabetes.
well. I was gonna go with the literal translation of this is bread of the death, but that sounds a bit wrong when you say it in English, isn't it? It's just like
Bread.
we gather our death and we just eat them in bread.
No.
It's not, I swear. I promise. Look it up. Pan de muertos.
Pan de
You
muertos.
will enjoy it.
It is
I guarantee it.
It's
amazing.
it's great to look at. It's even better to eat it.
Oh yes.
If you live in a community that has a lot of Mexican people living there,
You might find some.
yeah.
If you don't, then sorry, man. I am
And
really
with
sorry.
Pan de Muertos, let's make a segue to the altars.
Ooh, yes.
Things
My
we put
favorite thing.
in the altars.
Everything.
Yeah, we literally everything.
Everything. You don't there is no rule book on what to put. There are
No.
certain things that
There's
you know.
there's guidelines. There's guidelines.
there's-
You put the favorite food of
Of the
the dead guy
of
you're
the person
remembering.
you're remembering.
You put some cempasúchil flowers.
Look them up. They're beautiful. They're like this.
Yeah, they're orange.
I'm going to send to
Like,
search
wait.
this.
You
Yeah,
guys,
I'm gonna-
and put it on we'll put it on the video. We'll
Yeah.
put a picture in the video, but just in case it doesn't make it, it's like the dandelion flower. Like it
Yeah.
looks like it, but it's orange, and this time is a flower, not a weed. It's a flower. It's bigger than dandelion. It's a
It's
beautiful
fist size.
orange.
It's beautiful.
I love these flowers. The smell is also amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. a
that
lot.
flower. The
Yes.
meaning is the purpose is the smell helps attract the
Yeah.
spirits of the people you're remembering. There's also you also need salt to ward off the evil spirits because
Yes.
that works. And
Yes.
the favorite food of the person you're remembering because that will help them stay for as long as you need with them.
Also, on top of all those things, it's customary to put a picture of the person you're remembering.
So that
they can see that they are
the
remembering.
correct spirit comes and sees that.
Depending on the person, you can also put
We can actually put the video. Actually, there's a video that explains that.
we can put
Oh,
we can put
No,
that.
it's like an image. Okay.
Okay.
It's just
We'll put the
it's
link in the
YouTube. Yeah, we'll put a
description.
link. That's
Okay.
a lot better. Also, okay, so the picture, something that they loved, one of their possessions. It
Can
could
be a hat, can be a cane.
anything. Some people put sugar canes on their
Yeah.
altars as well, though obviously that's not necessary, but you can put it if you want. And my favorite part of both the holiday and of the altars, the sugar skulls.
Oh, those yeah. Okay, so skulls are literally
Exactly what
that.
they sound like. They're just a skull that is
Made
made out
out
of
of
sugar.
Entirely out of sugar,
And
compressed.
it has just wonderful designs in like a sugar based.
If you get a
icing.
Facebook page, you probably have seen them.
You probably seen
Yeah.
them by now. If you play Overwatch, you probably seen a design by
For
Sombra.
Sombra, yeah. People before the Sombra image leaked, everyone thought that she was her face was gonna be like a sugar skull.
It would have been awesome. Anyway,
Would have been.
so yes, the sugar skulls are absolutely delicious.
And beautiful.
And beautiful.
They actually have
They have
also mini.
so many. Yeah, they have mini. They have all kinds of
There's-
sizes.
There's
There's
mini
like-
size, there's fist size,
There's like my face size.
Yeah.
Like every single size in existence, there is some.
I love the chocolate ones.
The chocolate ones are great. They're all great, and that's honestly one of my favorite parts of the Day of the Dead.
They
And
actually have a meaning for the altar as well.
They have a meaning. We'll put a link on the description in case any of you are interested in reading everything, because
it's a lot
we don't
to
know
explain.
everything. We don't know
And
everything, and it's a lot. And we are trying to keep this like under an hour and a half, like usual. So everything in the altar has a meaning. We try to make them colorful and like full of life, and that it's supposed to reflect the person you're celebrating.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to remind you of their life. And to bring them to you for just one last time. And it's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
It's wonderful.
It's a wonderful
and I love
holiday.
every single year. What I do is just I get on Google or just anywhere just to see different altars around the country.
I do that.
I've seen so many.
And I look up Katrina's as well.
Oh, Katrina's.
They are the best.
Katrina's are wonderful. You guys should look them up. Some of you probably already seen them if you've seen films like The Book of Life.
Or 007.
Or 007.
Yeah, that works.
That works as well, kind of.
The Book of Life is more.
The Book of Life is more actually.
Yeah, death there
or
is
the
Katrina.
next movie that Disney's coming. It's Coco.
Coco.
Disney's making a Day of the Dead movie as well.
I am keeping my reservations on that movie until I see it, but go watch The Book of Life. It's wonderful.
It's great. It's a great movie.
I haven't watched it.
It's beautiful, and I'm gonna make you watch it because the music is fantastic. The animation is flawless. The character design is impressive.
Beautiful.
And everything, like the little details. It has a lot of Mexican culture in it that is both accurate and it showcases how beautiful it is. It's one of the. Honestly, this is the one holiday that I do celebrate.
Yeah,
one Mexican holiday.
The only one that's worth celebrating.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's great.
The one with the most tradition.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So a quick explanation of what a Catrina is. It's basically
Mexican death.
Yes and no. So there was this caricaturist in the 1800s. He made an image of a skeleton dressed, a dapper skeleton, that's the literal translation. It's basically this skeleton woman dressed as an ideal European woman.
Yeah.
Well, a Catherine and a Katrina I'm starting to speak German.
Yay.
Are actually people who are dressed very formal, very elegant.
Yeah.
There's skeletons that are dressed very fancy, and every November, October, November, you can see them everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're like in America where you see jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. You see here Catrinas everywhere, and they're beautiful. We actually have one on our living room, which is a very small statue of
a skeleton dressed as
a dapper skeleton. Yeah,
a very fancy woman,
fancy lady,
dressed in a very nice
dress. And
they were nice.
They come in. They come in all shapes and types. You see living women dressed as Catrinas. You see
men dressed as
Catrinas, yes.
Yes, you see.
You see paper mache Catrinas.
Yes. It's a nice tradition. I think it's a lot of fun.
It's
a lot of fun. I actually enjoy it.
It's the one holiday I enjoy.
There was when I was in middle school. There was a contest in my school. Mm-hmm. Well, two contests. One of them was you dressed up as a Catrina, and the best disguise, which is basically you had to paint your face and just dress nicely. And the best one got a prize in whatever. It was very nice. I never entered, mostly because I hated dresses, and they never let me use a tux. Because,
it was a Catholic school.
It was a Catholic school, and they said, you're a lady, you should wear a dress. So I told them, no, fuck you. So I never participated. But what I did do was, there was a contest in which you had to build your own Katrina.
Oh.
And the bigger it was, the better. The more elaborate and accurate. And also, they had to okay, you made it from the bones to the dress to everything. You made it. And obviously they checked that it was obviously they checked that it was good, but also that it was obvious that a kid had done it and not their parents. My team actually won.
Proud of you.
I am very proud of myself too, because we spent so much time on this thing. What we did is that we bought bandages instead of paper for the papier mache, and we did the skeleton out of
bandages.
No. Well, yes, but no. The structure we did it with these things. What are they
like the art attack thing.
Coat hanger.
Yes, we did it with a coat hanger. We opened them up and we said to make the structure for the skeleton. Then we did with bandages. We covered it up, and at the end we just painted the whole thing, kind of white, kind of beige, like ivory. We painted it ivory, and we did the dress and everything, and we did. I don't remember what character we did, but it was amazing. I was very proud of it. I wanted to keep it, but it suffered an accident after the contest. As soon as we got our stuff, it quite literally died. It was ran over by a car.
What?
Yeah.
It was sad.
No, I
would have cried.
No, we didn't, because I'm dead inside mostly. But I was with the friends that had made this with me, and we were just like, okay, so who's gonna keep it? Who's gonna whatever? And we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do without fighting. And then this asshole just ran past us, and we tried to move away, and our skeleton was sitting on a chair. Because we brought a chair with it.
Stop.
Yeah, so it was basically because it couldn't stand, we brought a chair to sit him down. But this asshole just ran past us. We moved out of the way. We knocked the chair into the street, and the thing just fell right as the van was going full speed and ran it over. And then we didn't have to fight over who got to keep it anymore.
That's horrible.
It was terrible. But hey.
In my high school, we have kind of like a similar tradition.
Yeah?
But it was mostly, the contest was actually build an altar.
We had those too, yeah.
And it was actually very fun because you made, the whole class got together and we all worked and made these great altars. I'll look for pictures. And they are actually cool. They were actually very cool. You could choose the character you wanted. They of course have to be dead.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no point making an altar of the dead for a living person. Unless you plan to kill them.
or you just wish them dead. But
anyway,
at a school, probably not a good idea.
Well, yeah, and there was we normally used famous people because it was.
How about you tell that story after you read the one in.
Story. Wait.
Yes, because we just got to the.
Half hour mark.
Yes, you have it, right?
Wait, I had it. Wait.
God damn it.
Here it is.
All right. So. To our next story of the day.
It is alright. There was something about her. The fact that she was too nice to everyone, but that wasn't how she was when she was alone. How do I know this? I watched her. You may think that's pretty creepy, but I don't care. I needed to know what the hell was wrong with her. Everyone could tell how fake she was, but no one dared to investigate. Of course not. She was scary as hell. So anyways, this all started a week and a half after she moved to our school from. What was the name? She said California. She moved to Maine from California. As I was saying, when she first moved here, everyone loved her. She's pretty, nice, and everything that makes up the typical popular girl. Another thing was striking to me as unusual was that she came right in the middle of my senior year. I know if my parents ever made me do that, well, it wouldn't work out for them, to put it in one way. Anywho, after about a week, people started noticing things. She noticed that they'd noticed. She started to try extra hard to fit in, to kiss ass, to make friends and keep them. The problem was people were starting to fear her. A chill would run down my spine if she even walked by me in the hallway. This is when I started to become interested. One day I decided to follow her home. On our way, I lagged way behind, most of the time looking down at my phone, trying not to be obvious. She did look back once. That's when I began to worry. When I looked up from my phone, she had stopped. She just stood there, facing away. I knew what she was doing. She was waiting. She wanted to figure out for sure if I were following her. So I kneeled down and tied my shoe. My paranoia seemed to be for nothing. When I took a closer look and saw she was on the phone, I felt so stupid. Alright, it had been about an hour by now. Where the hell was she going? This walk had to be at last a mile or two long. We weren't even close to any neighborhood, or any houses for that matter. We finally arrived to a house. It was so far out that it was hard for me to believe she could find her way there and back. Maybe she was on the phone talking to someone with directions. I hid behind a tree as she led herself into this eerie house and just watched her. I was worried and paranoid beyond belief. By this point, I always listened to my gut. It didn't sound good. I was definitely scared. When I was sure she was in, I made my way slowly over to the house and peeked up into a window. What I saw was something I would never forget. She was just sitting there, in a small room, with just one single dirty, stained mattress in her bra and underwear, smashing her head against a wall for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I wanted to run, but I couldn't look away. When she stopped, she started to sob quietly, then louder and louder, yelling things at herself like, "Stupid, stupid, stupid girl!" Or "They know, they all know, get rid of him." I was confused, frightened, yet still so curious. I should have known to leave now, but I just couldn't bring myself away from it. She then said, "Leave, leave, leave, leave now." Then she looked up. She stared at me dead. In the eyes, her eyes, so black and hollow and evil. I snapped out of it and ran. It was hard to find my way out of the woods, but I just kept running. I didn't sleep for weeks. Every night I would see her cold, dark eyes in my window, just as I looked in hers. I still don't know if she was really there. When I went back to school, there was no sign of her anywhere. I was relieved, but still very confused. I didn't tell anyone. I never will. All I can do is document it. Hope someone else will see it and think twice before you feel the need to investigate the weird kid. Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh no, my sister is dead.
Oh no, I died. That was good.
Yeah.
That's a nice story.
I like it. So you were saying about the altars in your school.
Oh yeah, we used to make this like contest where you choose a famous person or even someone that your whole class knew at least.
That was dead.
Yes.
Of
That's
course.
the point.
And you
And
made an altar for them.
it was based on three things.
Mm-hmm.
We had to make an altar,
Yeah.
and we had to make like this tapestry made out of like beans and rice and all those things, like
Yeah.
with an image of the person.
Oh man, that's
Ooh.
gotta
It was
be hard.
it was hard, but it was
Yeah.
so cool when we.
Well,
did it.
yes. It's still so hard.
Something representative of the person,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we had to make a presentation about it. Not like a PowerPoint presentation. No, that's
Just
bullshit.
talking.
No, we actually acted.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
But it was actually pretty cool.
It sounds like
It
fun.
sounds
We made one
fun.
of DC comics.
I'm really glad
I would
wasn't.
never do it.
No, I
because
would
I'm
never
lazy
do
piece
it,
of
but it
shit.
sounds nice.
And that actually took all of our attention. We actually used to plan this for like more than a month.
Wow.
How,
Well, yes.
how many classes did you fail while you were doing that?
Fail? None.
Oh.
The teachers understood.
The teachers actually were the ones that, if you want, we have extra time, you can keep on
Nice.
planning. And we were like, let's
Hell
do it.
Let's do
Yeah.
this shit, bitch.
Alright.
We
That's
practically took like the last 2 weeks before the contest, we had no classes. It was so planning.
Wow. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And when it was like 2010,
Uh-huh.
you know, the bicentennial and the centennial of Mexican
Yeah.
Revolution and
Yeah.
Independence Day.
All that bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid bullshit, right?
Actually, we couldn't choose amongst many. We could only choose like patriotic people.
Yeah, we have like 18 national heroes, and all of them were.
Fake.
Well,
Yeah.
Morelos wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Morelos was
And
the
we
only one that
actually
was
did
actually a
Morelos.
hero.
We did Morelos, and we did like this great interaction because Morelos actually went to the city I'm from.
Uh-huh.
And we were like,
Uh-huh.
we can do this and do that and bring this from the house because there's even a house that was his there, and we got a lot of stuff out of there. It was actually very fun.
Robbery!
We asked for permission. We did everything
Sure
back.
you did.
Alright.
We put everything back.
Alright. That's cool. That's interesting.
We actually won.
We didn't have anything like that in our
No.
school. Like we did do altars, but it wasn't something that grand.
Yeah, but it was always school wide, and it was always someone
Yeah.
ish.
There was like a whole committee just for that. But it was
Yeah.
interesting.
But on the plus side, when they were putting away the altar, you could always,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you work with them, you could always take home a sugar cane.
Or if you were friends with the people there, they would give you stuff like the bread or the sugar skulls.
No, with us
It was great.
There
with
was
us, it
there was
like
one year.
literally everyone.
There was
Go
one year
at it.
that I actually worked on the altar,
Mhm.
and at the end they were just like, okay, now we have to put it down and get rid of all this stuff. And I was like, okay, so we just have to get rid of all this stuff. Like, yeah, whatever you want, just give it to people. Take whatever you want. I took 2 of the small bread. I took 2 of those. One of them I gave to a friend. One of them I kept. I actually brought to my house. I took 1 sugar skull that was close to the size of my fist. Probably bigger. Like right now, if you're listening, just make a fist. Look at that and think like, yeah, probably a bit bigger than that. One of
Unless you
those
have
was
big
a
hands.
sugar. No, if you do that, still you're probably right on the size. And another one, I took a chocolate one that was, if possible, even bigger. I did not share any of that with my family at all.
Like the fucking.
I gave them the bread. I said, I brought you something from school. Enjoy. And I took the chocolate and the sugar skull and didn't tell anyone I had them. It took me a whole month to eat both things.
You pig.
Yes.
You
You're worse
selfish
than me.
pig. On the other hand, when I got the chance to do that, I got a sugar cane the size of my arm extended.
He also didn't share.
I also didn't share. I
He
ate
just kept numbing on it, and I asked him to share, and he said no.
Please.
One of the things I like
I got
about
like
sugar
one bite.
cane is that
You probably
they're
deserve
crunchy
They're
and it's
crunchy and
juicy.
juicy. I like.
So you take a bite and you just munch on it until nothing comes out, and then you spit it out, and it's delicious because it's not even processed sugar, so it isn't that sweet.
It's still pretty sweet.
It's still pretty sweet, and
But,
it's
yeah.
still a lot will make you a bit sick. But it's delicious.
It's very good. I love it.
And speaking
It's
of
so
that, when I went to the supermarket today, I saw sugar canes that were a bit higher than
And
me.
you did not bring anything.
Because
They were expensive.
no,
Oh, damn it.
14 pesos.
Then why didn't you bring any?
Because I want to make sure that we're in agreement that I'm gonna break it over my knee and give you half.
Alright, we are in agreement. To the audience, we are now shaking hands. We have come to an agreement. We will both each have one half.
And Jamie has a suspicious look that he won't make it.
That he won't break it in half. And he will give me the smaller part, but that's fine.
Because it's sugar cane.
Because it's sugar cane. I, on the other hand, will get a sugar skull and not give him one bit of it. And
I'm pretty sure you won't even give me a bit.
Bitch, I don't love you enough.
Not even your brother.
I don't love anyone enough to share my sugar
You're
skulls
dead
with them.
inside. That's why I don't
I'm
care.
dead inside.
She is dead
That's why I love this holiday, because I can remember a day where I was alive. Hey, fun fact, it hasn't been since I turned like 5.
You have problems.
Many.
And it's raining.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
It's raining justice.
It's raining. It's raining,
you-
raining. Oh, baby, it's raining,
She
raining.
has ADD. What the fuck do you want?
Hey, ADHD, fun for the whole family.
No. I have a nephew with it.
Only if the whole
You
family
have it.
has ADHD.
Only if the whole family is ADHD.
He actually hit me in my private parts
Alright,
just
here.
because he was playing.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Look,
Nice.
I have the attentive ADHD. He probably has the either hyperactive.
One.
Yeah. So there's different types for everybody. But hey, yes, a combination of depression, anxiety, and ADHD.
Damn, woman, you really worry me.
Thanks. So, putting all that dead inside talk aside, because honestly, that's just every day of my fucking life.
Everyone's dead inside.
Everyone's dead inside. If you go far enough.
If you dig deep
if you dig deep enough, you realize everyone's just fucking dead inside.
We're all
What else can we talk about?
We can talk about from tomorrow. We can start talking about Christmas.
From tomorrow, we start talking about Christmas, but this is a death episode, so
Okay.
it's not appropriate to talk about Christmas.
We're not supposed to be
I'm happy.
joyful about Christmas.
Not yet.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I will fucking bring out my decorations for Christmas.
We will make our Christmas cactus again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was
Okay.
actually thinking we can have like the Christmas tree and the cactus. We have enough to spare.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
so everyone
the story
listen.
behind
And this
that-
one, I am definitely putting a picture on this. You have a picture, don't you?
Not anymore, I don't.
Okay. If you check on the, can you check on the group online? I'm pretty sure we sent them.
I can ask mom, but I don't think I have the archives from that far back.
All right. We'll see if we can find a picture of this. But I doubt I have any. But
You probably won't.
last year we couldn't find like the time to go get a tree. And I really wanted to decorate because I love Christmas and I love to put things up. So instead of going out for a tree or doing any of that, we decided, okay, we don't have a tree, but outside our house we have a cactus that is around the same size of what a small tree would be. So what if we decorate it as if it was a Christmas tree? So that's exactly what we did. We put Christmas lights on it, we put a tinsel around it, and the small decorations in it. Like, we put...
I'm so sad that I did not get to see that.
I am sad that you didn't either. And so, yes, it was a great Christmas cacti. I loved it. And we're probably going to do it again this year. But this time I do want to get a tree to decorate as well. So we'll see about that. And right now it's not appropriate to talk about Christmas, so let's talk about something else.
Dead people.
That's it, dead people. Movies. Have either of you seen The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
I love that movie.
I see dead people.
I think that movie is so clever. Like, you could not do something like that in this day and age.
No, you can't.
But you can see that movie and it's still a classic.
Hell yeah.
I want to see it so badly right now. It's amazing. It's a great movie. What other movies are there that's like...
Scary or suspense?
No, about ghosts.
El misterio de la nieve número.
That one's a kind of good one.
That's alright. Isn't it a butterfly?
No.
No, it's a dragonfly.
That's
The dragonfly. Yeah. The dragonfly something or the other.
Wait.
Did you find it?
Oh my.
Let me...
Yeah, the dragonfly. We saw that one, my sister and I, that is, and a cousin,
No, you're not gonna find it.
during a trip to visit some family a few states over.
Yeah. It was alright. I don't remember
Yeah.
much of it though.
I remember a dead woman, this
Yeah.
guy going to a bus in a river. That's about it, really.
You know which movies frustrate me so badly?
Twilight?
Yes, but alright, you know what? I'm going with it. I'm going with that. No, you're not gonna find the picture in my phone.
And I'm not gonna find mine.
Alright, so we don't have a picture of the cactus, but we promised eventually there will be one. Okay, so what the fuck with vampires? What the fuck?
Once again, look, this is
What
going back to
the
the first
shit?
podcast.
This is going back to the first podcast, even before that, okay? What is it with people wanting to fuck vampires? The fuck, people? They have no blood. No, not from my phone. What are you doing?
They have blood. That's
Then
why
it's
they
yours.
drink it.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like, okay, if you drink, are you telling me that your anatomy would allow you to drink fucking water, and then when you come, it's gonna be water?
When I come into
What?
water, what?
Okay, all right. No.
I did not get that.
Please reward.
All right, I phrased that so terribly, even I got myself confused. Okay, if you drink something, it's not gonna go directly into your bloodstream.
No, but it goes on parts of it. That's why they drink
But
a lot of it.
yes, but if you don't have any
blood? They never said that they were bloodless.
Okay, they don't bleed. They cannot get hurt. They do not die. I'm pretty sure that just
They do not get an erection.
No.
not get
That is a
erections.
god. That is a god. That it doesn't bleed, that it cannot die,
A god.
Then what the fuck are vampires?
Vampires are not gods.
No, but they are basically
They
mortal
can't
unless you
bleed.
kill them.
They can bleed.
According to who?
To anyone who has ever written something about vampires.
Definitely not Stephanie Meyer. Definitely not the
Well,
other girl.
Stephanie Meyer is an asshole.
Yeah, that too, but so is Anne Rice.
Anne Rice is better.
Anne Rice, are you kidding me?
I like her books better than Twilight.
I want to hit her with a thesaurus so that she never looks
Who?
at it again. Anne Rice.
Who's that?
She's just a
Entrevista con
woman.
el vampiro?
Yeah.
Interview with a vampire?
Yeah,
No
no.
idea.
Basically, she decided that the best way to write a book was to fucking get a thesaurus and get all the words in there.
Who wrote Dracula, by the way?
Yeah.
Mary Shelley? Or was that
No,
Frankenstein?
that
No,
was
that was
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Probably another. I don't
Probably
know.
another woman.
Another woman, probably.
Dracula.
Look, it doesn't matter. The point is, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But the only thing I don't
Bram
understand,
All
Bram
right.
Stoker. Why didn't we remember that? Anyway, the only thing more disturbing than some dude, some person wanting to bang a vampire is some person wanting to bang a zombie. What is it with you necrophiliacs?
It is necrophilia.
It is necrophilia.
I don't even know, like
Whether it's
the
a vampire or
zombies.
a zombie.
I don't know how they would fuck.
I don't get how they would fuck a vampire either.
The vampire is supposed to be more alive. For you people that did not see this, James almost fell off his chair.
Yeah, I was leaning back.
He was leaning back like an asshole, and what had to happen happened. Gravity decided that it was enough.
But I have balance.
Gravity, you filthy bitch. He almost hit his head over on the wall as well. Would have sucked for him, not for us though.
It was the blunt part of the wall.
I am pretty sure we would have had to prepare another altar now. Just
You would have died like
in
the guy
memoriam.
that Kat was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
The one that cut his cervicals.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So congrats, you almost died because you were an asshole.
Fuck you.
We're all gonna die because we are assholes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go out of the bank. Or in a bank, who knows?
Probably later. You know what makes me so sad?
What?
What?
Your face.
Okay, wait. One thing first. This looks like a butt plug.
She's talking, of course, of the stereogram of the recording.
We're watching the stereogram of the recording right now, and something just passed by, and I swear to God, it was just like a butt plug.
She's an idiot with a man in the gutter.
The nymphomaniac to you all.
Hello. Hey, it's an ADHD, okay? I was just getting distracted.
That was the inside
come
nymphomaniac
on.
that you have hiding inside.
Oh, come on. If you had seen it dick, you would have said it too. It's just a butt plug. No, what I was gonna say is that I am so sad that I haven't had a dream of the knockoff Avengers again. I miss those guys.
I've come to the conclusion that half of my dreams
Oh yeah.
are me telling myself I'm an asshole and or suicidal, and the other half are me being a kleptomaniac that loots abandoned stores.
Yeah.
Like just yesterday, this night, I had a dream that one day, yeah.
Malcolm X.
There's there's a Best Buy
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah.
So I had a dream that a Best Buy, I don't know if it was the Best Buy, but a Best Buy went bust, and for some reason their inventory
Was still there.
was still there, exactly. And so I grabbed my dear sisters, a couple of friends.
And we just looted the whole thing.
Yeah, we go there, we bust a few of the boards that were burning it up, and I ended up with a 3DS, actually 5, a new Xbox One because I already have a PS4, and like 20 games in my hands. I don't know what you got.
Here's the thing though. He got the stuff that he wanted and that he would use himself, and he wasn't smart enough to get other stuff just to sell, to make money. Money,
Well,
money,
it was a
money.
Yeah, it's a dream. Like obviously, if it was a real life, I would have taken the whole inventory of the
Yeah.
whole thing, video games.
Everything I could fucking take, keep half and sell the other.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't need half, but
You cannot sell everything all at once.
obviously, but I would sell it slowly.
Yeah.
I would sell it all slowly.
Eventually, like
Yeah,
on Mercado Libre.
like for example, the
eBay.
3DS, I would have a couple of 3DS special editions when I would have kept one and sold the others 20 years from now when they're worth thousands.
Exactly.
Those are the
That's
So
not the
yes,
shit.
dreams are weird. We
Yeah.
all have weird subconscious, and all of us are assholes. Some of us see butt plugs.
Actually, my last dream was actually pretty disgusting as well.
All right, so let's not talk about it.
Speaking of death,
Speaking of death, let us go to our last story of the day, and we are leaving you after this. So thank you so much for listening to us. Oh wait, shit! I lost it.
oh you idiot.
I had it.
Well, while she finds
All right.
that,
Yeah.
I was talking with some friends today. I don't know if you guys and you guys listeners remember the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh, those were great.
Those were the shit. So we started talking. It started out.
Billy, but I love Mandy.
Yeah.
It started out. I was talking with a friend about fire weapons, and then after that we moved on to arcades. Then we moved on to video games, and from them apparently there was a GameCube video game for the show, and from then we moved on to the actual show, and we were talking for like 20 minutes about things we remembered about it, just laughing our asses off because god damn it, that was a great funny show.
I remember the chapter where Billy was like, he had a problem with his sight, and he asked for the dead character.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Bones? In English it was Green.
Grim?
Yeah, Green.
Oh, so
The grim story.
yeah. So he asked Grim to fix him, and he could see like the death of everyone,
Yeah.
and he was like, "No, we're all gonna die now." It was so funny.
Yeah. One of the most iconic episodes, relevant again because of whatever the fuck's going on in the US. The clown. Yeah, exactly. The clown episode where Billy goes crazy because clowns are gonna kill us all.
They're gonna kill us all.
They're gonna kill us all. They're gonna kill us all.
I love that.
We also talked about Fred Fredberger.
Which one?
Fred Fredberger. Fred Fredberger.
I did not remember that.
We were laughing a lot because it was a great thing to remember.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's
Also,
great.
Coward.
The cowardly dog. Also great. I was, whenever I saw that show, I was fucking weirded out.
I was afraid of that show. I was always like, damn. I could not watch it because that show was actually mostly at night.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
always creeped out.
Yeah, because
very creepy.
I mean I've seen analysis and that it's actually just courage being a dog.
Yes.
But
It's like the
what?
life by on the eyes of the dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of like the murderous dog and the fucking door-to-door salesman that wants their soul.
Yeah.
It was a creepy show.
It was a very creepy show. But it was a great one as well.
Yeah, it was
Those
good.
cartoons were great. I don't know what happened with TV now.
Whoa. Not all TV, okay?
Well,
Yeah, but look
most
at it.
of them.
Yeah, Cartoon Network went from having 50 shows, of which
to just.
20 of them were great.
And
To
2 of them
having-
sucked.
Yeah,
And nowadays they just Teen Titans
have-
go all the way.
they have 10
That's fun.
shows, of which 5 are good and the other 5 are like,
Another
The fuck?
show.
yeah. Like the regular show, Adventure Time, Steven Universe,
Yeah.
Clarence.
I don't really like Adventure Time.
How fucking dare you?
Lifer. But you can look at it and say it's a good show, even if you don't like
it's
it.
a better show than
Yeah,
other
but then you
ones.
have the reboot
Bukowski.
of.
That's alright.
That's a runner show.
It's
But
a
like-
funny show. It's a stupid
Yeah.
show. Here's the thing, though. I am absolutely certain that the shows that we watched To our parents, we're also stupid as fuck.
No, actually.
No, because remember,
Theirs
our
were
parents,
worse.
well, they were stupid, but our parents watched Billy and Mandy with us.
Yeah, but I'm talking, okay, we're talking about like Billy and Mandy these days could be compared to things like Steven Universe or other shit like that parents enjoy. But here's another example. Did our parents ever like Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, they didn't.
Did our parents like Monsters?
Mm.
No, they didn't.
No, I don't remember that. I don't have memories from that.
Well, I do.
There's a lot of shows that are
younger.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, sure, there are shows that our parents enjoy to watch with us, but there were others that they were close to forbidding us from watching.
Yeah. My parents loved Count Dracula.
Oh, my parents did too. My dad still does.
My dad as well. He actually bought the DVD version.
Also, my parent, DuckTales. He fucking loves it.
Yeah, I actually have those on my computer.
We have the one with the genie lamp on VHS.
Oh, that's
yeah. Back when you could only record like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I have we had even what was the name? Care Bears in the beta version. Those were for girls actually. I don't even think your sister
they were
watched
targeted
it.
at
What? Which one?
the Care Bears.
Oh no, I hate
Yeah, they were targeted at very small kids and girls.
Yeah. Well, my sisters loved it.
Mm.
I include myself in this as well.
Yeah.
But we have the collection in a beta version.
Wow. For those of you that don't know, which I don't think is many of you, the beta
version was even before VHS.
Yeah, it's the thing that came before the VHS, and it was phased out because the porn industry was using it.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was It was.
You can keep on.
It had smaller space than a VHS, and it wasn't as good video quality, so it was just phased out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So now we're gonna start with the story by my sister.
She commandeered the room in the basement of her dorm as soon as she realized she would have to pull an all-nighter in order to prepare for tomorrow's final exam. Her roommate, Jenna, liked to get to bed early, so she packed up everything she thought she would need and went downstairs to study, and study, and study some more. It was 2 o'clock when she realized she'd left one of her textbooks upstairs on her bed. With a dramatic sigh, she rose and climbed the stairs slowly to her third-floor dorm room. The lights were dim in the long hallway, and the old boards creaked under her weary tread. She reached her room and turned the handle as softly as she could, pushing the door open just enough to slip inside so that the hall lights wouldn't wake her roommate. The room was filled with a strange metallic smell. She frowned a bit, her arms breaking out into chills. There was a strange feeling of malice in the room, as if a malevolent gaze were fixed upon her. It was a mind trick. The all-nighter was catching up with her. She could hear Jenna breaking on the far side of the room. A heavy sound, almost as if she had been running. Jenna must have picked up a cold during the last tense week before finals. She crept along the wall until she reached her bed, groping among the covers for a stray history textbook. In the silence, she could hear a steady drip, drip, drip sound. She sighed silently. Facilities would have to come to fix the sink in the bathroom again. Her fingers closed on the textbook. She picked it up softly and withdrew from the room as silently as she could. Relieved to be out of the room, she hurried back downstairs, collapsed into an overstuffed chair, and studied until 6 o'clock. She finally decided that enough was enough. If she slept upstairs now, she could get a couple of hours of sleep before her 9 o'clock exam. The first of the sun's rays were beaming through the windows as she slowly slid the door open, hoping not to waken Jenna. Her nose was met with an earthy metallic smell, a second before her eyes registered the scene in her dorm room. Jenna was spread-eagled on top of her bed against the far wall, her throat cut from ear to ear and her night-dress stained with blood. 2 drops of blood fell from the saturated blanket into a drip, drip noise that sounded like a leaky faucet. Scream after scream poured from her mouth, but she couldn't stop herself any more than she could cease wringing her hands. All along the hallway, doors slammed and footsteps came running down the passage. Within moments, other students had gathered in her doorway, and one of her friends gripped her arm with a shaking hand and pointed a trembling finger towards the wall. Her eyes widened in shock at what she saw. Then she fainted into her friend's arms. On the wall above her bed, written in her roommate's blood, were the words, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?"